Yo guys, it's the next day. So last night, I did all of these injector wires. I did all of them. I soldered them all, crimped them. Actually, I didn't crimp them, but I soldered them and taped them up. They're nice and tight. The engine starts up nice and smooth, but the timing still needs to be adjusted. So I purchased, let me see if I can find it. So I purchased this, the timing light. I don't know if I've already shown you guys this. I don't think I have, but this timing light should help us dial in the ignition timing on this car, not the valve timing. Valve timing is with the timing chain. This is with the timing, I guess, belt. That's happening hopefully later on today. But right now, I got these. So what I've done, I drove out an hour to pick up these clapped out front 350Z coilovers. These are just the fronts. And what I'm gonna find out is, can this bottom piece fit onto this, and then it fits onto this, then it fits onto the rears, and then the shop can weld onto these instead of welding onto the strut body like they're worried about, which honestly is the only point of failure for this car. Even if he does manage to get them welded, that weld could potentially not be strong enough and break on the way down. But if we have this, then he can make a super strong weld. Granted that he hasn't already welded them. If he's already welded them, because they've been there for a little under a week, then we're basically screwed. But if he's already done the front and he hasn't done the rears yet, then this is perfect. So I'm going to see if I can get this off. And I didn't even test these. I bought these for 20 bucks, by the way. There's this one, then there's one more over there. I bought these for 20 bucks. We're gonna see if they work. I have no idea. So I wasn't able to loosen these when I was buying them, but after some doing, finally got this one loose. So we're gonna test it on that one and see if it works. All right. Moment of truth. Little rip. I'm gonna do some deliberating and then we'll see. Alright guys, so there's a couple options here. Option A, leave things the way they are, just eat this 20 bucks I wasted and hope that they can weld those coilovers on. Option 2 is we find a way to use these 350Z coilovers instead of the 240SX ones. Now the top part is very different. So on these, we can use the 280Z top hats because it's just a center bolt like that. So that's not too hard. I just have to mill that hole out a little bit and then that'll go right in. With these, they look a little different. It looks like there's these 4 bolts here, which I think hold down this top hat. But if that is holding down this whole piece, if these 4 bolts are holding down this whole piece, then we're kind of out of luck. We might be able to finesse something. I don't know yet. I'm trying to figure it out. I don't know. We're gonna see if we can figure this out. This might save us, or it might do nothing. I'm not sure. I still need to time the engine though. I'm gonna do that in a little bit. And then this thing should be running freaking amazing at that point. That's the last thing that needs to happen to make this thing run amazing. That should be the last thing anyway. Shouldn't jinx myself like that. Well, the point of no return. And by that I mean I can't return this after I open it. So this thing that I'm only going to use probably once, I have to now be stuck with forever. So, all right, let's open this up. Pew pew.
Did he just say pshaw, pshaw?
So this Johnny goes on to our first spark plug wire. And these 2 go to our battery over here. So the engine needs to warm up for us to do this, so I gotta start it and let it run in my garage where it's gonna be very stinky. But yeah. So this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be toxic. Hopefully I don't get cancer. I think the car's warmed up now. It's really freaking stinky in here. But I'm going to adjust the idle by turning the idle screw right here. So it's at a really steady. Okay, let me see, get a flashlight so you guys can see. It's at a really steady 700, a really steady 700, but it needs to be at 800. So we gotta advance that to 800. So counterclockwise should increase the idle. Alright, I feel it increasing. Let's check it out. And a lot more shake. I'm going to turn it back down again. Alright. Car started shaking kind of violently. Sort of scared me a little bit. With it being on jack stands here, if it's going to shake like that, if I adjust that idle, I don't know if I can do this on jack stands. Because like guys, like it was shaking so much that like these things were like falling off. And this is on 4 jack stands right now. If it's shaking like that, I don't know if that's okay. We cannot have it slip off of these jack stands. That's kind of scary. I'm gonna get some professional advice on this. And by that, I mean I'm gonna text Corey and see what's up. Alright guys, so I have done some digging, some research. I couldn't find the timing marks, so I thought that the car maybe just didn't have them. But I don't know if you guys can even see it, but it's like... Okay, maybe I can show you guys from underneath the car. See that little tube thing that's right in front of you? Those are our timing marks. So the timing marks on ours have kind of rusted away, so I had to look up a photo of what they used to look like. I found out that the third triangle from the bottom, the third tooth from the bottom, is our 10 degrees before top dead center. That's our point. The third one from the bottom is where we want the timing mark on the belt to go to. If it's above that, we'll know that we need to retard the timing, and if it's below that, we need to advance the timing. The engine's still pretty warm, so I'm gonna start it back up again, aim the timing light at that, and that is how we will do this. It took me like a good 20 minutes to figure that out. It took me a while. Alright. I placed 2 wheels under the car in case anything happens. That'll hopefully save it. Going to readjust the engine idle RPM back to 800 again. This is kind of scary for me, but it probably needs new motor mounts. That's why it's shaking so much. Alright, engine idle is set. Now we need to figure out how many degrees of timing we're at. If I'm looking at this correctly, I'm seeing the timing mark and it looks like it's at the bottom. Way too... I think that's too advanced. Towards 20 to... I believe what we need to do is retard the timing. So I'm going to loosen the distributor. I don't want to loosen that too much. I'm going to loosen it that much. Whatever that is, that's good. I need to spin my distributor counterclockwise to retard the timing. So we're going to get over here. I'm just going to set y'all up right here. We're going to retard the timing on this stuff. Alright, you only have to go up 1 more tooth. Right there. 10 degrees before top dead center. I feel really good about that. This thing sounds really good. It's not shaking very much. In fact, now it's hardly shaking at all. Alright, let's get this over with. My eyes are burning. So the fuel injector wires and the ignition timing was the main thing for me to get done this weekend. I have to do a couple things on my car just for drivability's sake. Like my turn signal's hyper flashing because the wiring harness is messed up. So I gotta go get another wiring harness off another set of headlights I have and use those instead. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this. Fixing all the Datsun's final problems. It's final, well, hopefully final. Knock on wood. Engine issues. So It's in great running condition now. It's running fantastic. It's running better than I've heard it run in a very long time. Guys, I think I have a solution to the problem. So, I did manage to take the this bolt here off. It actually did come loose. I had to use the ratchet gun here, but this can go right over top of that. Just gotta mill out that hole a little bit more, and that should work. Also, this looks very gross, but it'll work. I put the new spring on there. There's some like spring washers here. We leave these on, and we use the 350Z strut bodies, but use the new springs, and we have the shop cut and weld with these are nice and steel. So it's kind of a mismatch. It's kind of ratchet, kind of junkyard, but it should work. It should. I don't see why this wouldn't work. So yeah, this is pretty good news. Hopefully the shop hasn't cut the rear coilovers yet, or hasn't welded them yet. But I somehow doubt they have. And then hopefully Tuesday we can take these things back over to that shop, have them cut and weld these onto the what's there, and that should be it. So I do need to put these back together because I do need to check measurements and check that these are the same height as the other ones. But the 4-inch drop should still be good now that we have upward height adjustment. The 4-inch drop should still be plenty. We're looking pretty good, guys. I think things will hopefully be turning out okay. And if all goes well, we'll have our whole suspension back here on Tuesday. But I think that's gonna be it from me today. I think that's all I got. I don't think there's anything else that I have to do, but that I can do right now. But I gotta get back to school anyway. It's like 1 o'clock right now. I got a lot of homework, got tests to study for later on in the week, all that stuff. So I gotta, work on my studiousness, gotta be more in tune with that sometimes. But guys, I hope you liked the video. If you appreciate the vibes, leave a subscribe, leave a like if you'd like. That's about it from me. So until the next stream though, boys. Until the next stream. Deuces.
But wait! There's more!
Yo guys, what's up? Johnny on Supercar Kid back again with Hunter. And today, we don't really know exactly what we're doing, we got a lot to do. But real quick though, to open up this video, Hunter has not heard the car start up and and run in its perfect running state that it is now in. So, give it a crank-a-rooney, my friend. There we go.
It's a little slow on the start, but it started.
Yeah, battery's a little dead. Oh yeah, definitely needs to warm up. It's a little choke.
The fuck?
Oh, the bumper fell off. All right, so I realized that I never readjusted the idle after I timed it last week. So Hunter, give it another crank. What's it looking like?
It's got like 800 now.
Looks good.
Now it sounds good.
Oh yeah.
You hear the intake? Listen. You hear it?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Ooh, do you hear that? Ooh, that's cool, dude. You can legitimately like hear that. That's our girl breathing right there. That's cool, man.
Damn, that sounds really good.
It sounds really good now. I don't know why it was like really. Maybe it's just like.
I just had to turn that screw a little bit more. That was it.
It sounds good now.
As you guys saw in the last episode, I got the coilovers, the 350Z coilovers for 20 bucks. So we're gonna be taking this one over to the shop to compare it. We get to take the length of this strut body, figure out how much longer this is than the one that we measured, and then add 2 inches onto that, and that's our new tape line. So first, I have to cut this to chop this right here and then grind around this area and get all that paint off and get this all cleaned up so that way he can just take these and just weld them right on. soak. These are nice and clean. I gotta take these to the shop now and get this stuff welded. Meanwhile, Hunter's actually gonna stay here and work on stuff. So I'm gonna go, and I'm not gonna bring the camera in there with me because probably shouldn't do that. I would really love it if he could get it done today. Probably not gonna happen, but we'll see. All right, I just finished. Well, I didn't finish up at the shop, but I just went there, talked to him. He's much happier with the whole job, and he's like, you know what? I'll probably have them done for you today. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. So hopefully he'll have them done today. If not today, then tomorrow. But that is awesome. That is amazing, amazing news. Now I'm heading back home. Gonna give Hunter the good news and just keep on wrenching at the car and getting stuff done with it. All right, so Hunter, what are you working on right now?
I'm cleaning up in here, dude. It's gross.
It is
Dirty,
gross.
nasty.
It's very gross in here. Meanwhile, I'm going to take this top hat and mill out that hole so it can fit on top of this sheer strut body. It is now time for me to assemble the coilovers. I have all these parts. So we're putting our same rear springs onto these, so I have to take off these rear springs. And then these just have to be tightened down, and then I have to do the same treatment to this one as to this one, and the same treatment to this one as to this one. So I'm just gonna sit you guys over here and get to work. Oh boy, that's it's a little high. All right, wanted to run the other springs. Looks like we're using the 350Z springs. Yeah, that was like way too tall, like way too tall. I was never gonna fit on there. Alright, there is actually a way how I can put the rear springs on. I just have to lower this collar down to where that one is. But the adjusters I don't have, the other guy still has them, and I'm gonna ask for them, see if I can get them at some point here. But the 350Z ones that I have actually do work on these, but they're in my car, which is at school, not here. So we're just gonna send it with these and put the front springs on the rear, and we can always change it later. It's fine. Like, we can always change this later on, so it's okay. No big deal. We're just gonna send it with these. The impact's got to charge for a little bit, but Hunter has been hard at work out here. So notice, turn signal blacked out.
Hold on.
Oh, okay. Turn signal blacked out.
This is blacked out now.
Blacked out this one here.
The front lights too.
Blacked out the fronts.
Hell.
Also blacked out the grill. And removed that bottom grill that looked gross down there.
And
So
the
that looks much cleaner now. And we have the proper size bolts to mount the front bumper. So we're gonna do that in a little bit. So we need to do one more Home Depot run, which we'll probably do here in a minute. Get a couple more things. And then we'll have this pretty much buttoned up. The shop, sadly, is probably not gonna finish them today. But if it's not today, it will definitely be tomorrow. Yeah, I'll probably be picking up the coilovers tomorrow. But it should be coilovers in and then car is ready to go, pretty much. Gotta then cut and roll the fenders, and then we'll be ready to go. But everything else cosmetically is like there. I mean, not entirely cosmetically, but everything that we need cosmetically is there. Except for the louvers, but we still got to work on that.
Oh, the inspection covers are painted black now.
Oh yeah,
So if you
look very nice. All right, so I am changing the tie rod end like covers, I guess is what they're called. I'm trying to put all that back together. And Hunter is over here working on the front bumper. So they got the proper size bolts now. We got little like slide in speed nuts for the sides.
this is a nightmare to try and do with this thing.
All wiggly. All right, and there we have our coilovers that are going in this car. Finally, we have coilovers. These cost $20. Those were $2.50. That's decent. And Hunter got in this front bumper.
It's not mounted yet, so don't do that.
Oh, my bad. That front end, man, so different. So much better. So much just nicer, just cleaner. One with the culture, man. That's nice.
All the black on this car literally matches now.
Oh yeah.
Also, I think it was very worthwhile to take the turn signal surrounds
Oh yeah.
out and paint them black.
Yeah, for sure. So for the remainder of this evening, I'm going to be trying to get this coilover in here because this is the only one that we actually have. I'm trying to make it so that Wednesday I can hopefully try to get everything in. The rears I'm not too sure about because it's just going to be a difficult job. I'm not sure if I can do it by myself, but I'll try. But the fronts are definitely manageable, so I'll try to get this in now and see how well that goes. Need something down low?
Yeah, like an intercooler.
Man, step back from it. Like way back. Really see the whole, oh my goodness. It's crazy. Well, it is now time to fit one of the coilovers, so hopefully this goes well. Hopefully we can get this in easily.
Ow.
Okay.
Is there any way you can shorten that coilover?
No. This is the shortest it goes. I have these on max low. Yeah.
It needs to be on the ground, that's why. Hopefully. Should be shorter than what it was. I mean, hell. Are you sure that's all the way? Because I guess once we put this in, we can't adjust the...
We actually can make the spring a little bit lower and give it like another inch or so. So like you're fearing it's not low enough?
Yeah. Now, that is the completed rear end.
Yeah. Whew. Damn. That's cool. That's awesome. So that's pretty much all we got for tonight. Tomorrow I'm gonna be going at coilovers. I'll be picking them up hopefully. And then trying to get all those done as best as I can. Once the coils are in, we're good. We're done. I mean, we're not done, but we're good to drive. Hopefully nothing breaks after that. Yeah, but for tonight, that's pretty much it from us. We're gonna go get some dinner. I got a chem test tomorrow, so does he.
I was about to say
So-
we both do.
So, yeah, so the grind never ends. The grind just never ends. So, if you appreciate the vibes, leave a subscribe, or leave a like if you'd like. That's about all I got tonight. So, from me, from the Datsun, from Hunter, until the next stream, doughboys. Until the next stream. Deuces. Real quick before we go, one last order of business to take care of.
Ooh. 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 Ooh, that was exhilarating.
Feel good?
Yeah, that feels really good. It feels like it's my car now. Ooh. Perfect.
Careful now.
Ooh.
Soon I'll do mine, but my car's not here right now, so.
Ooh. You know what a really good way to get rid of that is? You just poke a little hole in it so the air can escape.